From inside one of the restaurants targeted by the terrorists, and we must warn you, it is disturbing. It starts at 9:34 p.m. Customers are seen on video outside of a Parisian cafe, eating and laughing, unaware that in moments they will be part of the worst terror attack in French history. 9:34:09 p.m. All hell breaks loose. The view from 3 different cameras suddenly obscured as a hail of bullets and flying glass tear into the establishment. Behind the counter, 2 co-workers cling to each other and hide. One of them then crawls down nearby stairs. Those at the tables duck and cover. Within moments, a young woman stumbles into the restaurant. She's been hit and hurls herself behind the bar, where a 20-year-old waitress then cradles her. Seconds later, another customer races inside. Bullets fly around him, missing him by inches. 11 seconds into the attack, the first glimpse of the attacker. He's carrying an assault rifle and is eerily calm. He sees something, raises his rifle, and shoots. For a few seconds, it seems the gunman may be gone. 2 people outside run for their lives, and then the terrorist reappears. And this is perhaps the most chilling and miraculous moment of the whole ordeal. He hovers by the door, but does not come inside. 2 women are hiding under an outside table. The terrorist lifts his gun, putting it inches from one woman's head. But the gun appears to jam or run out of bullets, and the devil walks away. 51 seconds after the first bullet was fired, a car pulls up and the gunman jumps in. The car drives away from the now shattered restaurant, where some were hurt, but no one was killed. Joining me now, Brandon Webb, a former Navy SEAL, and Jack Murphy, a former Army Ranger. They are with the veteran-run news site SOFREP.com and the authors of The ISIS Solution. Guys, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I mean, it's chilling when you watch that woman who was seconds away from losing her life. And you have some thoughts on how one can protect oneself. God forbid they're in an active shooters type situation. Brandon, what would you say is the number one thing?
Well, just from watching that video, you could see everyone that survived that incident ran, and they ran for cover, either whether it's behind the counter or downstairs. And you have to get off the X, as we call it in the special ops community. So the point of impact, you have to get away from there and create distance. So running, hiding behind cover, making some decision rather than just sitting there. I mean, the pure luck that that gun jammed or ran out of bullets. And the other thing to pay attention to is these are very inexperienced gunmen usually, and they don't know how to change their magazines out when they run out of bullets. So listening for that lull in fire and then running and creating that space is very important.
The other thing is the odds are in your favor if you run.
The odds are heavily in your favor. You have to remember that these people are amateurs at the end of the day. They're not very well trained. They're just out there freelancing, trying to do their own thing. And their odds of actually hitting you with unaimed fire is pretty low. They're actually just spraying their weapons. You can see that from the bullet holes on the side of the cafe after the attack.
So it's the odds of them actually hitting you if you're running zigzag away.
Especially if you're running away and you're moving, the odds of them hitting a moving target are tremendously smaller.
It's challenging for a sniper to hit moving targets.
What about somebody like that poor woman who found herself, face to face with the barrel of his rifle? She can't run. A person like that, I mean, obviously it worked out okay for her because God was looking over her. But what? Just charge? I mean, if you are face to face.
And you have no other option in that situation other than to fight and confront. I mean, grab the barrel, get out of the way. I live in the city. I can't carry a weapon, but my everyday carry is this high lumen flashlight. And just something like this will flash blind somebody and create enough.
You just did it to millions of people.
And create enough distance to get away.
You told me that years ago, and I have one, and it does make me feel much better. Just to give you a couple of extra seconds. I know that you also talk about avoiding a grenade, like how you would survive if a grenade went off. I mean, that actually happened in Paris, and I guess try to get away, but try to get down.
Yeah, grenades tend to explode upward, the fragmentation going upward to hit at waist or chest level. So you want to get low and roll away if possible.
And is there any sort of psychological advice? I mean, are you supposed to engage somebody at all?
I mean, I think for the average civilian, they're probably not prepared to actually engage a terrorist out in an environment like this. But I think you have to remember that making any decision is better than no decision. So run left, run right, run forward, run back, but don't freeze up.
And you can mentally rehearse. We used to teach our sniper students to rehearse these scenarios in their head. Someone could close their eyes and imagine themselves in this scenario and what they would do, and rehearse it a few times, and so you've already practiced and are
And I know you talk
prepared.
about getting behind something like a concrete wall, not a trash can, which a bullet could go through. You need actual cover.
Yep.
You guys, thank you. Good luck with the book.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Up next, new details tonight on the woman who became Europe's first female suicide bomber.
I am totally blind.